everybody's doing today? Looks like we're doing good. Got God's Spirit really moving through this. So, here we go. Where does all the hurt and suffering in life come from? I'm sure that each one of you in here this morning has had some form of hurt in their life. Let me just use a few examples. Let's take Donnie here. She is such a sweet and loving vessel for Christ. She raises her children up, loves them with all of her heart, puts everything she has into those children. And then, now, that relationship is broken. And it hurts. I want to use my dad for an example. My dad put everything he had into my family. He worked hard, day after day, and night after night, to provide for our family. He poured blood and sweat to provide for our family. And now look at my family. Separated. We don't talk. I want to use Misty as an example this morning. Misty took on this sweet, sweet, precious jewel. She took on Katie. And she raised Katie as her own. And she loved Katie as her own. And now she's got ripped from Misty's fingertips. And now she suffers. And Misty can't do anything about it. That hurts. So where does all the hurt and suffering come from? Is it hatred? Is it anger? Or is it the fruits of sin? Is it abuse? Is it drinking? Is it molestation? Is it lying? Is it stealing? The answer is no. This torment comes from love. Love. The betrayal of love. Think about it. When a woman has a child and she embraces that child for the first time, doesn't she love that child? Think about that time when you were a teen and you felt like you were in love. Most people have sex for the first time because they felt like they were passionately in love. And look at all the hurt that comes from that. Do you marry someone because of abuse? Do you marry someone because of the lies? Do you marry someone because of the fornication? No. You marry that person because of love. Everything I just mentioned started from love. The relationship between Satan and God started with love. The relationship between Adam and Eve started with love. The relationship between Cain and Abel started with love. Now I want you to picture this one. I want you to visualize this in your heads right now. I want you to picture little Levi. Little Levi, he is so cute. And he has so much love. He is so innocent in his actions. Now I want you to picture little Cain in little Levi's spot. Little Cain, he gets to have a little brother. Isn't that exciting? He's happy. He loves his little brother. I can just see them playing tag. I can see them running around and chasing each other, giving each other a pat on the back, wrestling around. You see, that relationship started with love. So if it all starts in love, how in the world does life end up like this? Parents betray the love to their children. That father that molests that child betrays that love for that child. Where's Amber? Amber, I want to use you as an example. Do you put your trust in Misty to teach your child? Yes, she does. To properly educate her. Now, Amber, what if Misty doesn't teach your child properly? What if she doesn't educate your child the way that she should be educated? Then what has she done to you? She has betrayed you. Teachers that parents place their trust in to educate their children betrays the parents. The betrayal of love is where most hurt comes from. Why? Why? Isn't love beautiful? Isn't that first moment that that mother looks into that child's eyes and embraces her in her arms a beautiful moment? Isn't that first time that two individuals' heartbeats become one a tremendously amazing moment between those two lovers? So what is it about mankind's love that leads to betrayal? The answer is self-centeredness. Is this meaning to have love for self that is greater than they have for others? Is that the problem? No. No, it's not. Because if you truly love yourself, you would treat your child with love, because when that child grows up, you would want that child to love you. If you truly loved yourself, you would want your mate to treat you with love. If you truly loved yourself, you would not molest that child so that you would not go to prison. So self-centeredness is actually betraying the love for yourself. Let me better explain this. Let's say that we value comfort. So, in order to become completely healed, you need to become uncomfortable. So if you hold on to that comfort, how are you going to become healed? The root of self-centeredness is injury. Hey Kenny, can I use you this morning? Are you feeling good this morning? You're doing great? Okay, can you uncross your legs and can you stick it out for me? I'll stick it out here. I'm just going to step on your toe. Is that okay? Ow! Oh my goodness! Okay. So let's say that I really stepped on Kenny's toe. Okay? And I stomped on that thing pretty hard. And he yelled pretty hard too. And if I didn't really step on it and hurt that bad, then my goodness, it would have hurt if I really would have. So let's say that I really stepped on his toe. Now if I stepped on his toe, all he would be thinking about is, ouch! Ow! I hurt. Okay? So now let's go ahead and say that little Leah comes up. And she asks Kenny, will you play with me? Now with Kenny's toe hurting, he's most likely going to say, no, not right now. So hurt affects our actions towards others. Every human being has wounds in their mind or heart that affects their behavior or their emotions. If we are going to affect the actions and behaviors of mankind, then we are going to have to start with the healing of hearts of man. And this process starts with your heart. In Isaiah 61:1, this is why Jesus said his ministry is to heal the brokenhearted and to set the captives free. So where do we start? How do we put Humpty Dumpty back together again? That was one of my favorite nursery rhymes. In 1 John 4:18 it says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear. Right. So the fear will hold you back from experiencing what true love really is. It will hold you back from experiencing what love truly is. As my dad preached last Sunday, fear is the opposite of love. Fear is an insecurity. The fear is something about self. Am I lovable? Am I adequate? Am I worthy? Am I okay? The fear is normally, is there something wrong with me?